Good news for veterans came out of Washington today. Let's see if it's great news or good news. The Hill put out a news article that the House passed the bill to fill in that $3 billion budget shortfall that the VA had. So I figure we'll take a look at this real quick. This just came out today. Let me pull up the Word document. You know I don't like to look at all those ads. Okay, so the House passed the bill. The House on Tuesday passed an emergency bill to address a roughly $3 billion budget shortfall facing the Department of Veteran Affairs, as officials warn millions of veteran benefits are at risk in the coming weeks. All right, so what do we know? We know that if the House, the Senate, and the President do not fix this budget shortfall, there's a good chance in October that some of us are not going to be getting paid. So that's what this thing is going to fix. And this is just one piece, because as we know in civics back in high school, the House, the Senate's got to sign it, and then the President's going to sign it. So, and then we'll dig into those things as we keep going. The bill passed with bipartisan support on a voice vote and now heads to the Senate, where members on both sides are hopeful for a swift action this week. And they're not the only ones hopeful. We're hopeful. We need to get the Senate to get this done. If you're one of the individuals that like to call your senators or send them an email or a tweet, do so. Encourage them to get this done and not play any games or try to hold it up. We want to make sure this gets done. As you see in the red, that's just that's a politician getting quotes. I'm not doing that. Just the facts here at Boots on Ground. Back in blue, the measure calls for about $2.9 billion in additional funding for the VA, of which $2.3 billion would go towards the Veterans Benefits Administration for compensation and pensions, and roughly $600 million would be put towards readjustment benefits. The bill's passage comes weeks after the VA warned lawmakers that veterans' compensation and pension benefit payments, as well as their readjustment benefits, could be delayed next month if Congress doesn't provide additional funding in the days ahead. And now moving on to the green, the agency has cited the PACT Act, a landmark law that passed with bipartisan support in 2022, as the key driver behind the budget shortfall, pointing to increase in enrollment in VA healthcare, appointments, and application benefits. If you had no idea that this was even a thing over the last couple months, I will throw up a video that I did on that so you kind of give you the background, but I don't want to dig back into all of that. There was a mistake. Math is hard. They should have done math for Marines. I know I did when I was young. Of course, they have to name all these bills. So in bold, Veterans Benefits Continuity and Accountability Supplemental Appropriations Act. That's a mouthful, I tell you. VA Secretary to submit reporting to lawmakers detailing ways to improve forecasting and budget assumptions, and mandates reporting on changes to estimates going forward. The next paragraph, the Inspector General of the Department of VA to conduct a review of the circumstances surrounding the budget shortfalls and their causes. Both of those are very important, and that was that checks and balances that we talked about in the last video. The VA had to show their homework. How did you mess up billions of dollars? And so now this is Congress saying, hey, we're going to take care of this. We're going to give you the money, but we're going to put some tabs on you. We're going to watch you a little bit more than we used to. So you guys are going to have to do a better job. Moving down, senators on both sides are pushing for a speedy approval. What we don't want to see is Congress doing their thing and government shut down ahead of September 30th deadline when we have veterans on the line. We fought for this country. They need to remember that. They need to take care of us. We all understand that. Going in, we got more senators doing their jibber jabber. I will link the article if you like to hear their jibber jabber. The VA has been pressing to receive the additional funding by September 20th, putting pressure on Congress. Every day past the 20th increases the risk that we are not able to pay on time. That's what Joshua Jacobs, he's the undersecretary for the VA for benefits. So, and then in purple is nice little reasons why the internet and the matrix and direct deposit and EFTS and financial institutions, that's how we get paid. All of those things have to happen. So chances are, if you're getting paid electronically, direct deposit, you're going to be good. But the 2% of veterans and survivors who receive paper checks, they got to get printed. They got to get those checks sent out. Those could be really interesting. But no matter what, Congress got it done today. Hopefully the Senate gets it done before the end of the week, and the president will get it signed quickly. All right, to wrap this up, almost done with this hike, I tell you. Witham, what's in it for me? House, done. Senate, next. White House, after that. Hopefully they get all this done. You'll see it in the news. You see it on social media. I will post some updates probably on the community tab, so make sure you like and subscribe so you can see that. So I will not be able to put out any videos until the weekend. Gunny Beeve, out.